Hi everybody, I'm back on to do my video today. I don't have any babies. I contacted the artist of Winston. I got to send him back. She is going to fix him for free and send him back to me. I just have to pay for insurance to send him back out so nothing happens to him. She says every once in a while that does happen to her dolls, and they are more than welcome to fix the doll and send it back to you. So yes, she is going to repair him. I just have to get him sent out. And I'm going to put him in the same box he came in, and I'm going to mail him to her address that she has on there. And yeah, she's going to repair Winston for me. He's Tommy #1 out of the edition. He is a prototype. He has a wet and drink and armatures in his arms, legs, and feet, and wrist. So you can move his wrist down. And so she is going to repair him. So I'm so happy about that. And there was a big misunderstanding, and I want to clarify that right now on my video. Okay? I did not get Tyann 2 weeks ago. I was talking about my little Winston. I was holding her, showing how bad of condition she is when I received her 3 years ago. I didn't mention that in my video. I was actually so distraught over my new baby that I had just gotten, where he's pilling around the neck and has the bubble on his shoulder. That is the baby I was actually talking about that I just got 2 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago. I was holding her to show her bad, you know, her bad pilling and everything on her when I got her 3 years ago, and I didn't notice it until after I powdered her for the very first time because she was so shiny, so sticky. I powdered her, and that's when I noticed that, and by then it was too late. I already had her for 2 to 3 weeks. I should have been very clear on that, and I wasn't, and Kelly Girl did a video, and they got all confused about Tyann. No, I was so upset about my Winston pilling in the back of his neck. And she explained to me that sometimes that happens with and they're using better silicone, and they haven't had a problem, but obviously Winston is having that problem, and she is going to fix him for me. So, I'm going to send him back so I can get him fixed, so I can get him back home. I'm going to miss him so much, but I know he's going to get fixed and he's going to be repaired when he comes back to Mama. So, Tyann is in really bad condition, and thank you, all of you guys, for supporting me and giving me your advice and all this. Okay, let me make it clear. I never bathe my dolls. That is something that I have been too scared to do. Watching other people and hearing from other people who have collected dolls for many years mention it in their videos all the time. So that's why I do not bathe my high-end silicones, because I know I'm not even once will I bathe them. I know it is okay. I've seen people bathe their babies once or twice a year, you know, I mean, once a year or so, just to clean off all the dust off of them. They don't use soap. They just use pure water. And they haven't had any problems with their dolls. But for me, I stay on the safe side. I don't want any pilling. I don't want any bubbling. I don't want it to get up under the matting. I don't care. I'm going to stay on the safe side and not bathe them. I can have my babies. I have babies that I can bathe and role play. I have bathed them and nothing has happened to these dolls. And I've had Brandon Brady for 3 or 4 years. I've had my drinking wet silicone baby girl that I got when I was at my old house. I bathe her. She does not have any pilling problems or anything. She is not painted like you can see through this doll pretty much. So she doesn't got a lot of painting on her. And you can bathe her because there's nothing to come off of her. And as far as Brandon Brady, which let me get him out, I've had him for, you know, since I've lived in this house. I got him right after I moved in here. And I'm going to show you my Brandon Brady. And I am going to show you, I have bathed him maybe twice since I've had him. Only twice since I've had this baby boy. And he does have shiny spots on his eyes and stuff, but, you know, like I said, I do not powder my babies every day. This is my Brandon Brady, which a lot of people love this doll. I get a lot of comments on this baby boy. This is my Brandon Brady. He's probably got some gook in his mouth from the, yes, he does. That is the lube inside his mouth. I'm going to have to clean that out. But yeah, it's not pilling. It's just the gulk inside his mouth. I don't have a Q-tip in here, so let me see if I can use that's not pilling. That is the lube that I use to put the passies and bottles in his mouth. And as you can see, it is coming out on my finger. This is that lube. It's really rubbery. And it turns into this type of mess inside their mouth when you, but let me see if I can get this all off. I'm being very gentle with his mouth. I'm not opening his mouth wide. He doesn't have a really wide mouth or anything, but you can still see some of the stuff on his passy. You see some of it on the side of his passy in there. So I wipe that off with a Kleenex. It's just from using the lube. And, but he ain't got no pilling, on him. I'm just going to show you. He is, I don't bathe him very often, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to take all of his clothes off and show you. And his lips need to be, wet down. And I don't have anything to, it's just the lube. It's not pilling. It's just the lube on his lips. But anyways, there he is. It's not pilling. It is actually the lube. I have to clean it with a warm Q-tip. And he's even got it on his face. It's not pilling. I swear to you. And that is his face. His lips are not pilling. It's just the lube that's bubbled up. You know what I'm talking about. You know how you get, I can't get it all off unless I use a warm Q-tip with warm water to clean his whole mouth out. He does not have a very big mouth in there, and as you can see, his mouth is pretty good. Pretty good in there. I'm getting you close so you guys know. Okay? That's just the lube on his lips. I'm going to take off his clothes. I have bathed him twice. Only twice since I've had him, and I've had him for going on 4 years because I've been living here for 4 years. This was a boo-boo baby that I got off a seller who was selling him, and he hasn't lost no paint. He used to have a ball jointed neck. He don't now because she said it wouldn't stay on, the ball jointed or whatever, and so she had to glue his head completely on. But I'm going to take off his clothes so I can show you that he has no issues whatsoever on my babies. I'm very, very careful with my babies, and I will put these clothes right back on him. And like I've said, I've only powdered him maybe 2 or 3 times since I've had him. And no more than that. This baby is in great condition. And he wasn't, like I would say, a high-end doll when I purchased him. because when he was molded and put together, the mold did some. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to show him to you. And I'm going to do a very close up. All right, so this is my boy, and this is his body. You see that? He's got shining spots around his. See that belly button? You see his arms? Very close up arms. Very close up. See, he's got shiny spots, but no bubbling. That's the way his paint is. That's the way his paint is on this hand. See, he's got his fingernails still, his tips. Here are his feet with his nails. This is his other foot with his nails. See his legs? See how he's got shiny spots on his legs? No bubbling. Now I'm going to show you his back. And this baby is beautifully made. He has a spine. He has a spine, and it looks like that in his bum. He has a nice bum. He has the shoulder, see that? And then he has this where they didn't, they got it as close as they could. So he has the lining of when they took him out of the mold. You see that? He has nothing wrong with him. That's where she glued his head on with the glue. And I got him, he is a, IC 2013 is what this says on here. So he was born in 2013. And it's right on the back of his neck right here, 2013. I thought it said 15, but with the more lighting that I have in my room, it says 13. So 2013 by TC. It's T.C.2013. So this baby is in, there's nothing wrong with him. This is how his face was when I got him. His whole body. He's got no bubbles. He is a very hard silicone. He's not a he's got stuff on his back. And I can't get it off of his back. But anyways, as you can see, this baby, and I have not given him a bath since. And since I've learned that, you're not supposed to, it doesn't matter what kind of silicone it is, he don't get baths anymore. I've only gave him probably 2 baths since I've owned this baby. And I didn't dip him in soap. I have a tub, like I said, where he can sit in it and the water drips off of him. It's like the kind that one of my friends have. I have it right over there in the corner. You just can't see it because I got clothes piled up on it. And let me see it. It's right between I'll have to get it out and show you guys, but water does not stay on them. It drips off. So anyways, and he's very rubbery. He's he's not very squishy at all. He's one of those harder type silicones. And yeah, he does have shiny spots. And Kelly Girl said it's okay for them to have shiny spots. But yeah, he's in great condition. And I am going to send him off to be re-rooted. I want him to have some more modeling done on him from Vicki from Empty Nest. I have a lot of plans for some of my dolls. There's nothing absolutely wrong with him at all. And so I wanted to prove that I have bathed him. He was expensive, but he wasn't like my Claire Taylors and my Winston and You know, my other babies, like this baby that I got from Tara on Facebook and stuff like that. He was a little bit cheaper than that, but he still was over $1,000, put it that way. I paid like $1,700 for him. Like that's a lot of money. It's almost $2,000 back then. And that was way back then. That was just imagine if she was trying to sell him now. And the reason why she sold him for that price, otherwise he would have went for more, as you could see where the mold pinched his arm. You see that? It pinched his skin and it did it damage to his legs. See that? It pinched him. And that's the only reason why she was selling him. I knew about that problem. I knew, but I wanted to get him so bad. So I paid the price for him. And he's in great condition. When I used to take him out to the store with me and everything, everybody thought this baby was real. So eventually I'd like him to, because he does have good modeling on him. You can still see veining and stuff. And look at his belly button. Look at that cute belly button. And then he's got, you know, all of his boy parts all red in this area. It's all packed right there. It sticks out of his diaper all the time. Because, you know, they made him pretty big back down there for such a little guy. Well, he is 8 pounds and something, but only Vicky will see that when I sent him off to get him painted and rooted. So I want you guys to see, I always use plastic bag. Always. For my silicones. And the reason why I use that is because I don't have to pull on his arm. I don't have to pull. It slides right in on his arm. And I just gently pull the bag out. And as you can see, that was not even hard to do. And that's why I use this. He wears newborn size, depending on what size it is, and he wears 0 to 3 months too as well. He can wear those sizes. And he did come with, he came with me with his hair like this. And as you can see on his head, if you see, he's got no pilling on his head. Nothing. Nothing at all. He is in great condition. He just needs to be rerooted. He came to me this way. When I brush it, it looks like he has more hair. But, whoops, that was your hat. Let me get it. So, I keep a hat on his head, just to protect that hair, so it's not being pulled out. And I do my Sunday's best with this baby. I do get him dressed for Sunday's best. He's got hair on him, like every baby gets hair, you know, silicone tracks. You know, his ears, inside his ears need to be more remodeled. Because, yeah, see, his ears. But, you know, he's in the same shape that I bought him. And he hasn't lost any of his stuff. See how that one's redder and this one's lighter? It's just, you know, it's just the way, you know, he was painted and modeled. And she said on there, when I bought him off of eBay, that he was a boo-boo baby, and he is. But he doesn't look like a boo-boo baby. So anyways, I just wanted to show you that I have only bathed this baby twice. And look at how great of condition he is in. I take very good care of my silicones. But as far as my high-end silicones, you know, after I've watched videos of people complaining that their doll is pilling and all that, and I started taking heed to some of my subscribers that are really dear to me, who always answers all my questions, I will not give this baby a bath, ever. Not ever again, because I don't want him to get any worse. I don't want him to get any worse. I don't want him to get to the point where it lifts up his, especially after I get him repainted. But this is how he came to me. He's been like this. If you go back and look at my other pictures, you'll see he's in the same condition because I did a lot of videos with this boy. He's in the same condition as when I got him. And like I said, I've only bathed him twice since I've had him. And maybe twice was just too much for this baby, but he has no damage done to him from me bathing him twice. And I've had him for going on 4 years, because in August we will be here for 4 years, and I got him soon after I moved in here. So yes, I learn, you know, I listen to people, and I listen very carefully, and especially that people that have owned silicones for a very long time. And they've had all different types of silicones. So there's my Brandon Brady. I just wanted to point that out, but it is not good to give them a bath. And I'm not going to give him any more baths. Yeah, you could see better on his lips. But that's not pilling. That is that rubbery stuff from his, I got to get that cleaned off of him. But I am going to put his passy back in his mouth. It's just this lube. It turns rubbery after a while, and it's all stuck on his lips. I just have to clean it with a hot Q-tip. And that will come all off of there. And he'll have his little red lips. Yeah, it's not pilling. It is definitely, from this lube. As you can see, it's, you know, and I wiped the excess off, so, and it got over there too. So, yeah, and then I squeeze his mouth. See, it's sticking out of there. There's some little right there. And then I gently put it in his mouth. This is a full pacifier. It is a newborn size passy. Come on, get it in there. You had it before, so come on, let's get. I'm having trouble getting it in his mouth. It's like he doesn't want to take it. Let's get this lube off my fingers. And I buy only newborn. Well, he's not. It's like he was wanting to spit it out. And it's going in his mouth all too crooked. Let me try this again. Come on, baby boy. Come on, baby boy. And I am moving in very gently into his mouth. There he goes. All right, now he's got it all in his mouth, as you can see. And, yeah, so, it is important not to bathe your silicones. Do not do it. Not even one time. Not even once, because it will get up under their matting and it will start to bubble and pill. So, he will not be getting any more baths. I've had him going on 4 years now, because I got him when I first moved into this house. And look at him. And, there's his little hands with his fingertips. I don't know if you guys can see that. And his thumb is loose. It bends down like that, but it's loose. I think it was supposed to be glued there, and it just came unglued or something. I don't know, but yeah. But it stays that way. So, but it does move. It's not glued on there. And you have to be very careful with it, otherwise you're going to tear it. If you pull it out too far, you will tear his thumb. But as I can't get him up close enough to show you that. But it is important. I know people like to do the role play and they like to give their babies baths and powder them all the time. See? It does come apart, but you can't pull it too far or it'll rip. So that's as far, and you can see that he had been painted on his thumb, and then it just folds over like that. But he's in really good shape. And I got that off of watching other people's videos and saying not to bathe your silicone babies, and that's when I stopped. So this baby's only had 2 baths his whole entire life that he's been with me for 4 years. He is an older silicone, just like Zoe. She's 7 years old. I don't know what makes him how old he is, but like I said, I take very good care of my silicones. I'm not rough with them. I don't dress them every day. I have my reborns that I can dress. I dress them like maybe once a week, put them in another outfit. But that's it. And so thank you guys for all your support, all your answers. I'm really happy about you guys answering all my questions and stuff, but I was basically talking about my new boy who is pilling in the back of his neck. That's what I was so upset. I just got that doll. And I wouldn't have noticed it if I hadn't turned him on his tummy. Like I told Donna, I told her, I said, I wouldn't have even noticed it if I hadn't turned him on his stomach to powder him. And she said, even with cornstarch, she says, you know, it's okay to use cornstarch, but I would get matting powder for him. Matting powder keeps him very silky for a long period of time where you don't have to powder him at all. So she suggested that I get Dan's matting powder or something like that. I'm trying to remember. I should have wrote it down when she said that. Something. But I need to get matting powder for him. So if I'm going to powder him, cornstarch, she said, is okay to use on him, but it's not. It's going to cause problems for his skin type, his silicone typeness. So I got to get matting powder. I got to order it on eBay. I just have to get some. And she said once you powder him, he won't have to be powdered for a long time because he'll stay silky soft like Roman is. So yeah, we learn a lot in the doll community, and thank you, Jesus, for my really good friends who have collected silicones over the years, and they know what's a no-no and what not to do with your silicones. They have had them. They have paid a lot of money for their dolls, and they know because they've had several different types of silicone in their collection, and they know a lot about silicones. And as everybody knows, I do not bathe my silicones. Yes, I did bathe him. He's only been bathed twice since I've had him. Jaden Michael once, I think. Annabella or Isabella. No, Isabella is my reborn. Sabrina Marie. I've only bathed her like twice since I've had her. I've had her for going on 4 years here too. So, but Winston is my new baby. I've had Tyann for at least 3, going on 4 years. And I had Roman for a year because I got him when I was so upset that I didn't get the Willows asleep. And I purchased him instead because I tried 4 times, I believe. And I'm wanting to get a Willow awake. And so, yeah. My eye is itching something terrible. So yeah, I'm very, very happy now. He's gonna be repaired at no cost to me, and she's gonna send him right back. I am interested in another baby from her that I want to get from her. Sorry, you know, you guys, but I love her work. I love how realistic the hands are. They're like human hands. Just so realistic. So I am in the future going to get a wet and drink girl. I wanted to get the poop system, but she was very honest with me. A lot of her people love that, buy her babies, love the poop system, but the problem is the baby stinks really bad once you use it. You cannot get it all out, and it just molds up in there, and it stinks to high heaven. And she was honest with me, and I told her, never mind. I'd just get the wet and drink. And I told her I use distilled water so they don't get mold, which is the best stuff to use for your wet and drink silicones is distilled water only. Bottled water and stuff, they have like chemicals and stuff in them that can cause molding. This is pure. It's a whole jug. I just bought it because I ran out of my other. I always buy distilled water. And it lasts a long time because I do not feed my babies with a drinking wet every single day. I let it dry up in them before I feed them again, and I give it about, I would say 2 to 3 days, and then I'm ready to feed them again because, and sometimes I wait a week to feed my babies because, and I just fed him and I just fed her. So I'm going to wait a whole week before I can enjoy her wet and drink while he's gone. And my other girl that wets and drinks. But anyways, I am so happy for all your guys' advice. I know it wasn't my fault. Donna admitted that some of her dolls do that. And that she's willing to fix him at no cost to me. So if you get a doll from her and you have issues, just call her and tell her what your issues are, and she will do it and send your baby back. So you don't ever have to worry about Donna. She is a very lovely lady, and I love her. I really do. She is a very great artist. I love her work. I love her babies, for one thing. I also like Claire Taylor's dolls. I think those two are my favorite artists right now in my collection is Donna Cohn and Claire Taylor. Unfortunately, this happened, and she said it's from where they seal the neck, you know, on the doll. That's where the matting, you know, shush! That's where the matting comes loose, and that's what happens. They've been using better silicone, but it still happens from time to time, and it just happened to happen to my Winston. You want to punch in the face? Huh? Do you want me to punch you? Yeah, do you want to punch in the face? I'll give you a sucker punch. Yes. I'll give you that sucker punch. You hear him talking to me? That's my bird. He has to interfere in all my videos. He has to interfere. He has to be the star of the show every time. He's a loving bird. I'm the only one that can feed him. He was a family bird that we had gotten for the family, but he, because he's in my room, I feed him. I sleep here in the room with him. He got so attached to me that he started to attack my mother, my great nephew, the handicapped kids. Well, they're adults now, but he would attack them. He would literally fly and just attack them. So he is kept in my room. He gets out. Mommy gives him attention. If you want to go check that out. I did a video not too long ago with him, and he's a very lovely bird. I can do anything to that bird. I can turn him on his back. He'll lay on his back, I can tickle his belly. He will spread his wings out for me, and I tickle him under his arms. This baby, this bird is the most nicest bird I've ever, and he's at adulthood. I've had this bird for over 10 years now, and he's over the age of 5, and I got him when he was a teeny tiny little thing where I got to feed him at the pet store where I bought him. I used to go in and syringe feed him and then hold him in a blanket because he wasn't sturdy enough to stand on his feet. So you always had to wrap him in a towel. So I always brought my own towel to wrap him in, and he was just so lovable then when he was a baby, and he's still very lovable. Only to me. If somebody walks in my room, he's going to scream and holler. He doesn't like anybody to come in here but me. When I bring a new doll in here, he screams at first when I first get it because it's new and he doesn't like it. But I do get him out. I do have attention with him. And he gets out for quite a long time. He does have his Playplex. All I have to do is move the fan off of there, and he can stay on his Playplex. But I will not leave him in this room with my dolls by himself. He can play up there when I am in here, but the only problem is he won't stay up on it. He has to come flying back to Mama. He loves to be on Mama's chest. He loves Mama to play with him with his toys and stuff like that. So that's what I do with him. So he gets a lot of attention. Will you be quiet? Isn't this Mommy's video? She's going to be done in a minute. Okay? But anyway, so I'm so sorry for the confusion. I was talking about my new silicone Winston that I had just received. Not Tyann. Yes, I was holding her. And yes, when I watched the video back, it was very confusing to me because I was holding Tyann. Stop. Now. Shh. Quit it. Right now. That's a no-no. That is unacceptable when Mama is doing a video. And you know it. Okay, I'm going to get off of here. I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you want to get notifications when I do a video, push the bell button twice. You'll get notifications. And until my next video, talk to you later. Bye, everybody. I love you, and I got 4 new subscribers today. I was shocked in my stuff. And the only way that I can get, I'm not getting, shush, Tanka. I'm not getting, in my emails is where I got all the notifications when I did a video. Now I have to watch, shush. Now I have to watch my videos in order to see the notifications. So that has changed on my phone. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I can't even send the cards. Tanka! Stop it now! Don't ask me. Don't you dare. You're being bad. You're being a bad boy. Yes, you are. You know it. Look it. Watch. You're being a bad boy. Yes, you are. See that? He knows it. Yes. Yes. I taught him that. He knows from yes. He knows from yes or no. Yes. And then he can say no. He knows that. And he knows he's being bad. But anyways, yeah, until my next video. Love you guys. Bye.